Hey. I just heard, I had to come back in. I'm so sorry. I just heard they didn't even have the suspect. Let me listen to this.
The synagogue, Temple Israel in West Bloomfield, there was a active shooter. There is an active situation is what it's being called, an active shooter. All kids that were in preschool and teacher have been evacuated. If you're a family member that is watching, they were evacuated to Shenandoah. Now we can confirm there was a car that crashed into the building. That car, someone in that vehicle, we only know that car came in, don't know how many people, but they did engage in gunfire with officers on scene. We are told there are no casualties that we know of so far, but this is information we're all living through this together, so we're getting the information as it comes along. But we do want to go live to Camille and Miri.
One other important thing, and Camille can help us with this, but we're being told as of right now the suspect is still at large.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Camille.
Yeah,
that's
so the Associated Press is
wow.
reporting right now that the security officers said security engaged in gunfire and suspect is still at large after attack on Michigan synagogue. No deaths reported. Right now, you're looking at live pictures of the vast amount of emergency personnel that is here. They are still coming from everywhere. As far as Ferndale, we've seen everybody coming with lights and sirens. Still a very active situation, as we do know, thank God, that there have been no fatalities. But again, if indeed he is still on the loose, I mean, they've got every single police officer, every single law enforcement officer in the area looking for this person. He can run, but he can't hide. We've heard that expression many times, but we know when everyone is looking for you, that eventually someone is going to find you. And if you know who this person is and you know where he is, of course, do the right thing and call 911 immediately. He is to be considered armed and dangerous. And again, the number one priority right now is to find him and get him into custody. So again, looking at live pictures of this huge situation, this is as close as we can get. We're at the media staging area. This is Drake and Walnut. We're much closer than we were during our first time with you. But this is where all the media is, and I think this is where we're going to be getting briefings from the sheriff, from the FBI, from anybody who may be associated with this case. Again, all schools on lockdown, the neighborhoods on lockdown, everyone considered to be needing to shelter in place while this person is still on the run. That is what's going on here. Still, like I said, it's everything just unfolding as we're getting it. We're giving it to you. But this is a situation. We have not seen this much law enforcement since the Oxford.
That's wow. That's wow. Okay, he's still at large. So the suspect, whatever they talking about, he was shot and he's not dead, or he's not possibly shot. Meaning that reporting. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I told you guys I'm gonna come back in. Well, no, there's no casualties in there. You heard them say that. But let me go back to see what they got to say. But it's, oh my goodness.
Absolutely. Our own Roop Raj is standing by. And Roop will tell you as well. We've heard from at least a statement from FBI Kash Patel, also detailing that they are keeping an eye on this as well. You mentioned this certainly has the eyes of the nation.
Yeah, and not just any temple, but arguably the largest Reform synagogue in North America, a building that spans over 100,000 square feet with 3,000 member families in a city that has anywhere between 15,000 and 20,000 Jewish residents.
So we'll let Roop Raj take over the coverage. Roop.
It is good to be with everyone, even under these circumstances, and thank you for the work that you all are doing to talk about this important story. As you say, the whole world really watching what's happening right here in West Bloomfield, Michigan. As you noted, I think through your coverage, one of the largest Jewish populations in many large metro areas is right here in Metro Detroit, and namely in West Bloomfield. And so whoever this person was who was trying to do what this person was trying to do clearly understood that he was truly at the epicenter of the culture and the religious center of this community. And so many of us, whether you're Hindu, Christian, Muslim, it doesn't matter. We all have Jewish brothers and sisters and friends, and all of our hearts are heavy as we watch, of course, that community grapple with violence against one of the most special places that they have that they call home. And so, yes, we continue our team coverage.
So look, they don't have the suspect. Okay, if he was wounded, He got away, okay? I don't know what is going on. This is crazy. He might have never been wounded. It's just some person thinking they got connections with the cops or somebody, and they overheard it, or somebody said that to him, but it really wasn't true and everything like that. They still pretty much looking for the active shooter. It's nothing more to cover, okay? I took 6 minutes to come back in here and tell you guys that the shooter ain't even down, okay? So there's no casualties. The active shooter was able to get away. I don't know if he was shot and got away or he just got away. And they said that he ramped his car into the place and the car caught on fire and stuff. So he was able to leave his car there and get out of there. It's just wild stuff. Look. I'm not gonna hold my day up doing this. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, I thank the handoff from the team at Good Day Detroit.
Fast forward.
I don't have any more information at this point. I can tell you that the lockdown of my son's high school, which is the Frankel Jewish Academy housed at the Jewish Community Center, the lockdown has been lifted, but the lockout has not. Meaning that nobody's in, nobody's out. My son just texted a little while ago and said that FBI agents are in the building, protecting, making.
And Marielle, as you've been covering this for the last few hours now, you understand how important it is, because when you look at social media, people say, didn't you hear? And we got to kind of put the phone and go like that and say, wait a minute, let's figure out what we know right now.
Very important, especially at a time like this when there's so much fear in the community, to just be able to take a step back.
Yeah, and don't accuse white people and white supremacists and stuff. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's inaccurate to say that when you don't even know who the suspect is. You get what I'm saying? And then to ask questions about race. It's a lot of anti-white stuff going on. There's a lot of anti-Israel stuff going on. There's a lot of anti-Muslim stuff going on. There's a lot of Asian stuff going on, and it's flaring up. Okay, this is a synagogue for Jewish people, so that can be white supremacists or radical Islamic people. So for you to be a news anchor and just come straight out and start chastising and asking questions about white supremacy, you are a racist. Look. I gave my disclaimer before the show. That's my personal belief. It may not be factual, it may not be accurate, but for her to just say that, as a news anchor, she puts herself in a discreditable situation. So she decided to go straight off the top of the dome and say that. Not even understand how it discredit her as an anchor. It discredit her as a journalist. It is terrible for her to do that to her career, do that to her actual legitimacy, her objective analysis. It's just bad. But people wild like that. They don't care. And if they're smart enough to preemptively know, don't pass this judgment and don't say this out loud, and they still do it, that's how radical and how much control they think they got of you. To not analyze them, to not judge them, to not scrutinize them. And they scrutinize us. But that's crazy for her to say that. It's terrible. It's just terrible journalism.
And to just look at the facts as they are, and then as more information comes into the newsroom, that's what you will get from us, and you can count on us here at Fox 2 to do that every time. We do still have the rabbi.
He's back on the phone, Rabbi. Rabbi Shalom Cantor, we lost you there for a moment. Glad you're with us.
Fast forward.
At home.
It is petrifying at times.
Okay, we good. Look, I'm sorry. Mario, I'm sorry. Mario Lou, I'm sorry. I always try not to even go and do segments and do little TikTok videos on you and stuff. I make an effort on a day-to-day basis to not say anything about our coverage, our local news anchors, how subjective and out of context they live, and they always are, and they talk about stuff, and it's so much propaganda and innuendo and political analyzation on things, an ideological point of view on objective information. So I try my best not to talk about y'all, not to go on my podcast, not to go get viral about talking about Fox News people, Channel 4, Channel 7, Detroit people, anchors, podcasters, social influencers, just the crazy, wild stuff that goes on socially here. Okay? I try not to talk about it. I'm sorry. I apologize if I broke my discipline today. I'm signing off. I'm signing off. I'm so signing off. Oh, bye.